This year marks the start of an all-new generation of E-Class sedan, which has been redesigned from the ground up with more technology, luxury, and the outgoing model. The 4- and 6-cylinder powertrains have received hybrid assistance, and exterior styling wears handsome new look. Inside is a host of new technology. This is the 2024 Mercedes-Benz E-Class. It is all new for this year, and it is quite impressive. It blurs the lines between the S-Class and this mid-size luxury sedan. It has more grace, more style, more modern technology, new drive lines. Both the 4- and the 6-cylinder are hybrid, and the inside also has a host of new technology and new safety and some beautiful comfort. Let's take a look at some of the details. Overall, the design is high-end and nicely complements the car's handsome exterior styling. Also wears that new gigantic logo in the center that Mercedes-Benz can be illuminated, and that's part of an exterior package. Also, LED headlamps and tail lamps are standard. As an option from the standard wheel, you can get these 21-inch AMG alloy wheels. They ride on all-season tires. I do like the fact that they're nice and flat, and it has black details, making this even a more luxurious look. Cost is $3,000. There are 2 glass roofs on the new E-Class, and when you close them by just swiping your finger across the top, they can open or close together, but they are 2 separate roofs. In addition to that, you get a 4-year, 50,000-mile warranty, but there is no complimentary maintenance, which some of the competitors do offer. Coming around to the back of the E450, you've got that logo right here, Mercedes-Benz star in the middle, and the 4MATIC LED taillights. Very much starts to look like an S-Class. You see a lot of similarities. The family of cars should look alike. This is almost getting to be that size. Further down, you're going to see chrome tailpipes. Everything is very clean and smooth lines. Under the hood of our test vehicle is a 3-liter inline 6-cylinder turbocharged engine with a 48-volt mild hybrid architecture, 375 horsepower and 369 pound-feet of torque, backed by a 9-speed automatic transmission. This is all-wheel drive. They call it 4MATIC. It is standard across the E-Class. 25 miles to the gallon combined with a 0 to 60 time of 4.3 seconds. An adjustable air suspension is optional and replaces the steel spring arrangement that comes standard. A rear-wheel drive steering system is also available. There's a lot of changes in this vehicle for 2024. The E-Class is more sophisticated. It has a bigger area as far as visibility. That's one of the things I noticed right away. I think what they did is they raised the roof line a touch. And also one of the first things you notice you get in the car is this gigantic center screen, the digital gauges, all customizable. You can change your drive modes. That's all very easy to do right here. We're gonna go into sport, my favorite. Of course, there's eco and comfort and individual, and you can choose what works for you. Of course, that can be adjusted if you like the steering, the sound, whatever that might be. But one of the things that makes this vehicle even more impressive for 2024, if you've driven an E-Class in the past and you thought, oh, it's nice, one of the things that's really a huge improvement, and you notice it driving around corners, getting into parking spots, changing lanes on the highway, because I drove from San Francisco Airport up to here to the Napa Valley with this vehicle, so it took us about 3 hours with traffic. But one thing you notice, you can make amazingly tight maneuvers that you cannot make on any other vehicle that competes in this category. You turn a corner, the rear wheel actually steer a little bit to make it easier for you to drive. And in addition to that, what it does is it allows you to make tighter turning radius, which is super impressive on this car. And that does make it a better handling car overall as well. Bigger brakes, well balanced, a very easy to drive vehicle. Even the turn signal is quiet. This car is about sophistication, it's modern, it's hybrid technology, so you're really getting like the best of everything that Mercedes offers. Yes, I know there's an S-Class, but that can get really expensive. This vehicle is under $100,000 and has a ton of options and features, including the largest head-up display I have seen in a long time. Nice and crystal clear, easy to read. I mean, I need readers, but you don't need it for that. I mean, it's huge. Gauges are easy to use. You can change them to the classic gauges or the modern gauges. All different choices when it comes to the gauging. As far as going into the Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, standard, of course you've got a beautiful Burmester audio system. Spectacular. When you hit the home button, all of the buttons are easy to read. I'm not saying that people that own these cars are blind or older. What it is it makes it easier to glance at it when you have your eyes on the road, your hands on the wheel, and you can just take a glance at it. Now, one of the other things this has a bit kitschy in my book, is this tic-tac-like camera that is right here on the front. I am sure it's also collecting data and information, but they're using this also to get you to say, oh, I can take a picture of myself driving if someone wants to know where I am. I don't know. They already know where you are. There's enough data being collected and being sold to everybody under the sun. I'm really not the biggest fan of that. But if that's what you would like, you can do that. And there's Angry Birds and all that, which makes no sense. You would never do this while you're driving. The pedal is nice and firm, but one of the things you notice right away is that it's almost over boosted. That's not a bad thing, by the way, because people that buy these cars, this is what they're looking for. Now, I really love this new driveline because you're getting great fuel economy, which I think is really, really important. But in addition to that, you've got a well-balanced, quiet interior with the technology that's not too much. Now, I know there is a screen on the right side that I cannot see because I am the driver. It is for the passenger, and that is an additional upgrade. There's a lot of upgrades on this. The vehicle starts at a pretty reasonable price and then works its way up to a very expensive car. There are more expensive cars in this category, but it seems like the cars that are the upper level luxury cars like this are all coming darn close to $100,000. There you go. You don't even know I stopped. It's like a limousine. It's really a nice experience. Nice, firm, real leather steering wheel. I like that. If you've driven a Mercedes-Benz before, you understand how the safety is on the left. There is a lot of standard safety, although there's additional safety you buy up for, which I don't particularly care for because their competitors like the Genesis G90 or the G80, you don't have to buy up for the safety. It should all be included standard, I would think, in a car of this value. On the right side of the steering wheel is going to be all of your audio controls. Nothing unusual. Auto off is here, which I personally like to turn off. It saves about a tablespoon of fuel. But the fact is you can shut it off. Not every brand has that. You've got your different sport modes down below, your audio setup. Wireless charging is underneath. I'd like to see it where I could see the phone just in case it's an emergency, but I know you can connect it to your Apple CarPlay. That's personal. And when it comes to the cup holders, they can retract completely if you're not using them. They just pull back, and when that happens, you have a nice open area to put something larger, your wallet, whatever that might be. Your memory seating, your seat adjustments, your heated and vented seats are on both the driver and passenger side. Everything is just real metal, though. This is what you don't get in all the brands. Real metal, real leather, real stitching. Everything is real. It is what you see. If it's wood, it's wood. If it's leather, it's leather. If it's metal, it's metal. And I think that's what buyers are looking for when they're looking for a Mercedes-Benz. Of course, it has a pretty good warranty as well and an excellent reliability. So I think you're going to gain a lot when you're looking at a Mercedes-Benz E-Class. Coming into the second row is quite luxurious. Now, our test vehicle has the black Nappa leather material. This is real leather, so make sure that if you're looking at leather products in a vehicle that you're buying, that it is leather and not some name like Softex or leather seating surfaces, because that would only mean the middle. If you're buying leather, it is the most sustainable, greenest choice to have. Now, you'll note right away that there is pockets behind each of the seats, beautiful stylized front seats, vents behind this, as well as a place for storage, and additional 2 USB-C charge ports. In addition, these seats are very comfortable, designed for 2 child safety seats. And in the middle, there is an armrest. There's also a pass-through if you need it, and a spot for cup holders and certain items right here. This vehicle does seat 3 people across the top. And when you open up the cover that's on the glass roof, this is a separate roof from that one, but they do open together. Our test vehicle also has Alcantara headliner. Mind you, Alcantara is a synthetic product. It's not real leather, although it feels like suede. There's additional storage in the door, Burmester audio speakers, which are spectacular, and a beautiful armrest as well. There's also manual sunshades for the second row. In the trunk, there is 19 cubic feet of storage. There is also a pass-through for long items. Underneath this cover, there is a tire inflation product, no spare tire, but plenty of additional storage for items that you want to keep hidden. There's also the ability to fold down those back seats on both sides, as well as a hook for bags. There are some pros and cons to the Mercedes-Benz E-Class. The luxurious interior, the technology is quite fantastic. The ride and the handling is also excellent, very refined and very luxurious. On the negative side, well, that technology can be overwhelming at times, trying to figure out what button to press, but you'll get more comfortable with that over time. But this vehicle really is impressive. There are a lot of competitors in this class. The Audi A6 and A7, the Volvo S90, the Genesis G80, and the BMW 5 Series are all direct competitors. all different price points and all run around that sweet spot of $100,000. Now let's get to the price. The entry price of the E-Class is $68,100. Our test vehicle is $91,620 with all the options that I described. There are even more AMG items you can add to this vehicle to make it even more personalized, but of course that comes at a cost. Now if you have more questions about the 2024 Mercedes-Benz E-Class, put them down below. Let's start the conversation. If you got value from this video, please like and subscribe. It really means a lot to us. It moves us up on the leaderboard, and that's really important. If you'd like to support our channel, you can buy me a cup of coffee. The link for that is in the description, as well as for the website, the book, the podcast, and our social media, or stay a moment longer and find a way to save some money on your cell phone plan. We appreciate your support. Thank you so much. I'm Lauren Fix, and we'll see you next time.